What's up, interwebheads? It's me, iTechnology. Welcome back to the Injustice. Now, no face cam today. So first and foremost, this little episode is not gonna be too long. I just want to talk about the new things that are, what's new to Injustice 2, since the last game came out. So we're just gonna head straight to the training mode. We're gonna go to the lab and I'm gonna show you what's good. So first of all, obviously, what is gonna be the first thing that catches your eye is all of the new characters that are in the game. You got Swamp Thing, Supergirl, Dr. Fatty, Blue Bootle, all of these guys. So these are the new guys. If you haven't played the first game, then they're all new to you pretty much. And and of course they included the staples, the mainstays of the DC universe, like Superman and Batman. But if you have played the first one, you know which guys are new, you know which guys are returning, and stuff like that. Okay, so the first thing I want to address as far as what is new from the first game is the stats, the character stats. You'll see, you look up there in the corner, we got Joker's stats up there, and then you'll see 4 different sets of numbers. These 4, first you'll see 4 abbreviations and then like a symbol next to it, and then you'll see numbers underneath that, and then a level right on the left side of all that with a yellow number. So what these stats are, they indicate the strength or the power or the amount of whatever that stat or whatever stat that character has. So example, I'm sorry if that sentence sounded confusing, but pretty much, so STR is strength. That's where you get the little guy who's flexing in this no flex zone, because I just said it was a no flex zone. And then you got ABL, which is not stand for Ableton, but that stands for ability. And then you have Def, not to be confused with Most Def or Def Jam or anything like that. Okay, so there's Def, has a little shield right next to it, and then there's HP, and it doesn't stand for Harry Potter, and it doesn't stand for Halle Berry, even though that's a B. But anyways, and it has a little heart next to that. So what strength is, it's typical like RPG kind of stuff. They added like an RPG element to this whole game. It's a very minor one, but it's there. So strength indicates the regular, it indicates the power of your character's normal attacks. So regular attacks like 1, 2, 3, stuff like that. The higher the strength, then the more powerful that those attacks do. And then ability indicates how strong a character's special moves are. So things like Superman's eye lasers or Batman's batarangs or stuff like that. Like Black Adam's lightning bolts. The ability stat determines how strong those are. And then the defense stat, the DEF, that indicates obviously how good they defend against damage in general. So the higher the defense stat is, the more you will be able to take damage. You'll be able to tank it out. And then HP is hit points or health points or whatever you want to call it. But obviously the higher the number there, that is more, the more health a character has. And that ties into, like I said, with the whole damage thing. That's also a new thing for Injustice 2. The damage values, it's not by percentages anymore. Or remember, it's by what was it, like a numerical amount. I couldn't find the words, but you'll see, you look at all the characters here and they have different stats. So you look at his stats, like the Swamp Thing stats, look at Grid, why does it say Grid? What the hell? Oh, okay, it's on Grid. Okay, Cyborg, see his stats there. Catwoman, Flash, they're all different, right? They're different stats. Now before you start the game, they should all, or before you play the game, they should all have the same amount. They should all have like the default stats on them, but some of them don't have default stats because I customize them, and that takes me to the customize character screen. Now you see all these characters you can customize here. They added a gear system, so we'll go to like Atrocitus for example and see you pick a loadout. There's 5 different loadouts. You unlock them as you level up the character, and then you level up the character, by the way, by just playing any mode with them, and they gain experience. And see my Atrocitus, he's level 13. Those are his stats up there. They're a lot different from example. Let's see. So loadout 1, this is regular Atrocitus right here. That's his regular, those are his regular stats. His gear is all default, everything's default. Those are his regular stats. And then go down here, and then those are his little altered stats because I have different pieces of gear on. And I believe that the stats do increase as the character levels up. So he starts, I think, with like, I don't know, like something like 1200 strength or something like that. I don't know, but now he has 1600, and this is just default stuff. But this is my custom Atrocitus right here. And then you click on it, and then you see you click on, there's the head, the body, the arm, the legs, and then obviously like this one's always different. It's like for him it's Dexstar, and then for Deadshot it's like his gun or something like that. But you click on the head, and then see this the default head right there, and see they all have different stats. Let me see if I have any more. See, like there's armor there. And it tells you some of them have different abilities, like reduces damage taken from arena transitions by 0.15%. Okay. And see, they all do different things. It's kind of like an RPG. If you ever played Diablo or Borderlands or you know Final Fantasy or something like that, it has stuff like that. You know, there's different pieces of armor, and then they require different levels to use them, and then they have different stats and stuff. So if you wanted like an Atrocitus that specialized with like that had like really strong special moves, then you'd have to find gear that had a lot of points into the ability stat, you know, and so on and so forth. Okay, and that's also new too, is the gear system to Injustice. And you can customize all the characters, of course. You can get all the different pieces. The numbers on the right indicate how many pieces of gear you have for the character. The numbers on the left indicates what level the character is. Okay, so there's that too. And then also there's the Brother Eye Vault. And then the Brother Eye Vault is where you get loot boxes. You get bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond. And then if you join a guild, which is like Mortal Kombat X's factions, except you actually join a group with your friends and stuff and complete challenges, you can get the loot boxes, the mother boxes they call them. You can get the loot boxes from doing guild challenges as well. I'm not in a guild yet, thinking about making one, but so you just open up the box, and then it'll give you some gear. See what you get. You know, Aquaman torso. See, there's the stats right there. It's an ability-based torso, and then Captain Coldhead. Pause on that sentence. You know, has strength and then defense on the stats as well. Okay, and so you just kind of figure out where you want to, what kind of character, or like what kind of character you want to make it. The type of character. You know, strength-based character or ability-based or something like that. Okay. And now we will get to the actual gameplay bits, so I will see you guys there. Okay, now as far as the gameplay goes, what is new on the gameplay front? Not too much is new. Most of it is pretty much the same. Like I said, we already went over the new icons that appear on the heads-up display and things like that. We went over how the damage works. You know, it's no more percentages, it's numerical values. So what else is new? You get a couple new tools to help you as far as getting out of certain situations or mobility. So I am Atrocitus. So you have regular dash, which is double tap forward or double tap away. You know, you have regular dashes, right? Stuff like that. Well, now this time, if you dash forward and press the meter burn button at the same time, you get this. Wait, hang on. If I can freaking do it right. Can I do it right? Is that how you do it? Oh, my controls are all backwards. Man, somebody else was playing this. Oh, you know what? It was Dallas sign, because he just told me, oh, I was playing it while you're in the shop. This mother. Look, guys, look. I'm telling you, look at this. He equipped it on custom 2. Go back to my shit, man. What the hell is wrong with him? We're good? Is this? There it is. Okay, that's what I wanted. So that's the new tool that you have there. It's the meter burn roll. So if you are ever in the corner and somebody has you pressured or is approaching you in the corner, just simply dash forward and then hit meter burn at the same time. Like that, and you'll do a quick meter burn roll. It goes through the enemy, goes through your legs, like that, and it doesn't really cross them up, but you know, it takes you to the other side. If you're too far, obviously, you're not gonna get to the other side of them. But if you're here, it'll do that. And it costs 1 bar of your meter, okay? So that's a nice little tool to help you either close a distance, so if you were like fighting a dead shot or something and he's like spamming, just kind of find your way to get in, and then when you get the chance, just boom, now you're in his face, and you know, hit some combos, whatever. Like I said, if you're being pressured in the corner, you don't like he's approaching you, or or he's coming towards your way, he's gonna beat your ass. You're like, oh shit, boom, you know, or just get yourself out of the corner, and then you're cool. Don't be too predictable with it. Don't be too reckless with it, because if they read it, they can hit you as soon as you finish. It leaves you a little bit unsafe. I'm gonna explain what that word means in another episode. But there's that, the meter burn roll. Okay, now I'm gonna teach you the escapes. Remember those exceptions I told you about how you're vulnerable in the air? You know, like you can't really do nothing unless they drop the combo or they mess up or something like that. Well, you have the clash in this game to help you get out, and you also have another option. I'm gonna show you. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna set up the computer to beat my ass. Okay, so what I'm gonna show you is called the air escape. Now it's the same thing, or kind of like similar in nature to the meter burn roll. It costs 1 meter, and it's when you're in the air. You get like kind of a free escape. Well, not really free because it costs you a meter, but you get a chance to escape if you're being juggled on a combo. Remember how I said most games you're most vulnerable in the air? And then this game is one of the ones that is an exception to that, because you have the clash, and then you have the meter burn, the air escape meter burn. Now, there are 2 different versions. There's one where you roll, like you push away and meter burn, and he does this backflip roll tuck thing. He goes backwards away from your enemy. And then there's a version where you push up and meter burn, and he just kind of pops up in place and he recovers in the air. I'll show you both right now. So I'll show you the away version first. So there's the away. I kind of backflip backwards away from him, and then that's the up version. Now I'm in place. See that? I'll do that away. There's away, so he flips backwards, and then there's the up version. Okay, and then you time it. You time it pretty much like, I would say, I don't think you can mash it. Let me try to mash it. Let's see. Can we mash it? Yeah, it's not working. You have to push away and the button at the same time. So away and meter burn at the same exact time. Boom, like that. Because if I hold away and mash the button, it's not working. See my log? See, it's not working. You have to time it. So about right now. Okay? Right now. There's the up one. Okay? So just get the timing down. There's that. And then there's the up version, okay? Now be careful with using those, because it's just like the meter burn roll. If they kind of know you're doing it, or if you do it a lot, they could time you, and they could stop attacking, and then they'll just wait till you recover in the air, and then they'll just catch you again, okay? So kind of use it sort of sparingly, use it in a clutch moment, things like that, okay? And that's pretty much it for what's new on this little episode here. It's a shorter one. No face cam. Didn't want to spend too much time on this one. That's pretty much what is new as far as Injustice 2 goes. Okay. And then on the next one, I want to talk about controllers and inputs and stuff like that. You know, which one is better, the fight stick or the pad? You know, they call it stick or pad. That's what it is. And we're going to talk about the pros and cons of each one. And, you know, basically it comes down to preference pretty much, but I'll talk about the pros and cons of each one and what they can do for you. All right. So hope you liked it. Hope you learned something new today. Leave the likes, leave some comments. Do not hesitate to subscribe. And until next time, this is High Technology, and be there.